Hey everyone, it's Mrs. Martin. I just wanted to make a little video to maybe help you guys get organized a little bit. I know some of you are really struggling with all of the emails you're getting and keeping track of your assignments. So I thought maybe I could help a little bit. I would suggest while you watch this video, you have your Google Classroom open and your Gmail so you can follow along step by step. So if you need to pause the video at any time, go ahead. But we're going to get started, okay? All right. So your email. Email is how your teachers, your administrators, and your counselors are trying to connect with you. We don't necessarily have your phone number where we can just reach you. So email is what we use. But when you're inundated with so many emails, you don't even see them. So what you should be doing, good practice, is that you check your email multiple times a day, or check it in the morning and then leave it open as a tab while you're in class. That's what most professionals do, and that's a great habit to get into while you're doing virtual learning. But if you're getting an email every time a teacher posts an assignment, and then every time it's due the next day, and then every time there's some kind of comment, that's going to fill up your inbox really quick. I just cleared out about 1,700 emails from our test students. So I know it's a lot and it's overwhelming. So let's fix it. Right? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into your Google Classroom and you're going to look at this little hamburger menu over here, okay? You're going to click on that and you're going to scroll all the way down to settings. And you're going to get to a screen that has a notifications part. In this notifications part, you do want to receive email notifications, but only some of them. So let's turn some of them off. Comments on your post and comments that mention you. I mean, unless you're posting things and as part of your class, you probably don't need this feature. But you do want to leave on private comments on work so that you know when your teacher leaves you a message. Here's the big one. So we're going to turn these ones off. Here's the big one. Work and other posts from teachers. Let's face it, you're probably not looking at them anyway. If you are, then leave it on, but most of you are probably not, and that's what's filling up your inbox. So just turn it off. You're checking your Google Classroom anyway. Also these due date reminders, right? You're going to want to turn that off because again, most of you aren't using your email to remind you that you have something coming up. But let's leave on this returned work and grades and invitations to join classes, just so you get those emails. We're going to set up your email. We're going to change how it looks. We're going to set it up so all the unread emails are on top so that it's easier to see when important ones come in. Now that we've kind of turned off the flood, you need to see when emails are coming in. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open your Gmail and you're going to look for this little settings wheel here. And when you click on it, it's going to open this little mini menu. And down at the bottom, you're going to click unread first. All right. So since you probably have a ridiculous amount of emails that you haven't read, we're just going to start fresh. We're going to mark them all as if you've read them. This way, all new emails are going to show up in the unread section, but there's a few steps. Okay, so go step by step. If you need to pause the video, pause the video. So, step one, you're going to open it up and you're going to see that you are looking at 1 through 50 of 1,600 emails, okay, or however many you have in there, whatever overwhelming number is in there. All right. So let's fix it. So step two, you're going to go to this little box that's up here and you're going to check it. And you're going to select all. All right. So what that's going to do is that's going to highlight, see, it's going to highlight all of those emails that are in there, the 1 through 50. All right. All 50 conversations are selected. It's going to give you the option to select all of the conversations that are in your unread portion. We want to do that, okay? Because that's what we're trying to do. We're going to do that and then we're going to go over to this little envelope and we're going to click that. And that is going to say, "Are you sure you want to do that?" Holy moly, yeah, you do. Click OK, and then you get this lovely message. This is a favorite part of my day every day when I get to this message that says you've read all the messages in your inbox. All right. So every other email is still there. It's just in everything else. Okay. It's in your read section. If you have a whole lot of time, you want to go through and delete all of them, have at it. We're not covering that in this video. All right. One suggestion is to leave emails in your unread section until you deal with them, respond to them, complete the task. Okay, so if it's a matter of putting something in your calendar, we're going to get to that. If it's completing an assignment or responding to an email from a teacher, you can go ahead and, read it and then be done with it. But if it's something that you need to attend to later, an article you want to read, or a direction from a teacher that you need to remember to do tomorrow, leave it unread. You can use this little envelope icon to toggle between read and unread. This is something I do. I get a lot of um, articles that I want to read that I don't necessarily have time to read that day. So I leave it in my unread section so I know to go back to it. Because if I just open it and leave it, I'll never remember to go back and I'll have trouble finding it. All right, Google Classroom. Let's make it work for you. I know some of you don't even know about this tip. Google Classroom has a to-do list. So I know when you go on Google Classroom, you have all those little boxes, but sometimes things fall out of those boxes. When you've passed the deadline, you don't see that anymore. So if you fall behind, there's also a missing work list. In Google Classroom, you're going to go over here just to this little to-do menu. You're going to click on that, and this is what it looks like. It just gives you a list of everything that's due this week that your teachers have put in. There are some things maybe that don't have a due date that were just kind of assigned. It even tells you if your teachers have assigned anything that's due the next week. All right, so it's just a nice list, and if you click on it, it takes you right to the assignment. You don't have to go back out and go to the classroom. You just click on it, it goes right where you need it to go. All right, there's also a missing tab up here. I don't have an example of what that looks like, but if you click on it, it's going to look kind of similar with everything in red because it's missing. There's also a done tab that might help you out sometimes. All right, but the missing tab's a great way to see if you forgot to turn something in, or when you're falling a little bit behind for whatever reason, you want to do all your assigned work first and then go into that missing tab. All right, Google Calendar. Again, if you open your calendar at the beginning of the day, if you open your email at the beginning of the day, there's a way to keep your calendar right on the side so that you can see all of your assignments and appointments all at one glance. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to go into your email. You're going to look for this little calendar icon on the side, and you're going to click on that. Then you're going to click these three dots that come up, and you could click day, but it goes by hour, which means that you might miss something as you're scrolling through the day. So I always keep mine on schedule. And what schedule does is it just shows you the day and everything that you have going on that day, and then the next day and everything you have going on that day. See that when I recorded this, there was nothing due, that next week yet. So there was nothing in there. Also, if you get a Zoom invite from your teacher or from your counselor, that should show up all over here also. And if that's always on the side of your email, then when you click onto that tab to see if you have any new emails, you can also see kind of your schedule for the day or for the week. All right, you can add events there if you have a doctor's appointment, a dentist appointment, you need to go get your hair done. You can add that in. That'll help you remember that you have those things going on too. All right, guys, I really hope this helps some of you get a little more organized. I love doing this stuff. So if you're a ninth grader and you want a little more help, I'll help you. If you're not a ninth grader, then you should reach out to your counselor and they can help you with some of this stuff too. All right, have a great day. Take care. Bye.